Hey, Warren, Matt here for another fun-filled episode of the Bunny Ears podcast. Before we start this week, it's me and Mac and our editor extraordinaire, Shawn Depasquale, again for this episode. So there was a tragic loss that happened this week in both mine and Shawn's life. A friend of ours named Jon Schnepp, who we've both known for about 7 or 8 years or something, suddenly passed away. He had a stroke, and he passed away at the age of like 50, way too fucking young. And some of you might have known Jon from his work on Metalocalypse or his Collider. He was one of those guys, the Collider folk. He directed and wrote with his fiance Holly Payne, who shout out to Holly and you know all the love in the world. Created a documentary about the Kevin Smith, Tim Burton. What is that noise? Sorry, that's a lawnmower. I feel like that's Jon Schnepp interrupting me from the great beyond because he was a real ball buster. He did a movie about whatever happened to the death and return of Superman. A documentary about the Nick Cage, Tim Burton, Kevin Smith movie. And he was just a great guy and a collaborator of mine and Shawn's, and he's going to be super missed. So this episode is dedicated to the memory of Jon Schnepp. We love you, buddy. We'll see you down the road. And yeah, that's about it. Sweaty for life. Love you, Schnepp. Here comes the bunny ears.
Bind me, gag me, take me to the bunny ranch. People dying, kill me in the packing house. Even
Check 2, check, microphone check 2.
Terrible.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking.
If I didn't already have tinnitus, which I do,
oh, congratulations!
I would blame you. Thank you, buddy. Hey, man, I've achieved some things in my life. Am I right? Other than being the co-host of America's fastest growing podcast, which is the one you're currently listening to. What? Welcome to Bunny Ears. I'm Matt Cohen, joined by our illustrious host.
I'm Kieran Culkin.
I'm such a fan.
Yeah, no, thank
I
you.
hope Succession, 6 seasons in a movie. Six seasons
in
in a movie.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Brian Cox is fantastic. He smells like rosewater.
What's he like to work with?
He smells like rosewater.
That's what he.
That's it.
Your only comment about the man.
Yes.
Welcome to Bunny Ears, your favorite podcast.
Yes, the best one ever.
As I earlier mentioned, I'm Matt. He's Mac. And we have a special friend with us today. And you guys know him and love him. He's from Columbus, Ohio. It's Mr. Stewart P Miller. What up, Stu?
Hey.
What's going on, man? How's your week, Stu?
Well, you sound different.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
You have a cold? You have a cold?
Yeah, I was at the Highland Games.
Oh, really? Yeah.
You caught a cold at the Highland Games? Was it from wearing a kilt?
It was very drafty, and I was lifting a lot. I threw my voice out.
You threw your voice out?
you were throwing logs with your voice.
I was hefting logs, as they call it in the business. And I
What
threw
business would that be, Stu?
the Highland Games business.
Dude, tell me your 5 favorite things about being from Columbus, Ohio, if you would.
Yeah, from the
A
top.
restaurant recommendation, real quick.
Okay, everybody.
It's
this is-
not Stu.
It's not
kidding.
Stu. In your face.
That was for
fans.
that was for jokes.
That was a funny joke.
And
We got you.
scene.
We got you. It's like we're a bunch of Catskills comedians up here.
Look at that. Look at the Zero Mustels over here.
Yeah. Or his son Josh, who played the principal in Billy Madison. I know stuff.
Wow, look at you.
He really did.
That's a deep cut.
It is a deep cut.
Congratulations.
You know what else is a deep cut? The guy over here.
Mr. Deep Cut.
That's a segue. Hey, we call him Mr. Deep Cut. You might know him as Shawn
Depasquale. Hello. I am the editor-in-chief of BunnyEars.com.
He's back.
Professionally.
He's back, Bish is, and that's not offensive because I said Bish.
yeah,
It's
swish,
true.
swish, bish.
Yeah.
Is that what that's from?
Yeah.
Is that where Bish started?
I don't know.
Is that the Katy Perry song?
Just say
a
yes.
weird song.
Yes.
And
Yes, that's where it started.
Yes, and it's great. So
It's great.
we like to do themes here at Bunny Ears, the podcast. And
Yeah, which other themes have we done before?
oh man, we've done conspiracy theories, we've done mysteries, we've done health, we've done travel, we've done literature, we've
We've done comics or animated characters.
we did do comics. We did do an episode about anime. Yeah, we did do an animation
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
You're right. We've done all the things, and in the grand tradition of always theming our episode, we thought we would theme this one.
Yeah, we have a really great theme for you guys this week.
Do we?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're going to discuss.
Well,
What theme do you guys want to do?
Yeah, because we don't know what we're going to do.
No,
so,
but there have been some themes thrown out there.
Yeah, let's throw some themes out here and let's figure out which one we want to land on.
Well, Mac, you seemed hot on the fight theme.
Yeah, I said war/fighting.
You wanted to do a war. What do you think a war/fighting episode would entail in your mind?
I kind of figure we just leave the mic hot and we just fight each other. Yeah. I think I just we just
punching and crying sounds
while listening to that one war song.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it good for? Listening to podcasts, apparently.
Well, everyone's been in a fight or
not I, sir.
Well, obviously not you.
You've never been. Say obviously,
but you've never been in a fight. You've never been. No one's ever gotten physical towards you or at you.
No.
You ever been grabbed or
shoved,
punched or kicked? But just grabbed aggressively by a bouncer or something.
Definitely not that. Have you been kicked out of many clubs or bars?
No. Bouncers love me.
Oh no! I've never been punched. I've never been punched, nor have I ever thrown a punch in anger in my entire life.
Not even in middle school.
No, man, I was a fucking talker. Also,
well, that's why I figured you get punched.
Well, it's also this, man. I come from and I hate to stereotype us in New York, but we're not really brawlers. There weren't many fights when I went to high school. I honestly can't remember a single fight I even witnessed on school property, like a fist fight.
But even post high school or something like that, outside of a bar,
no.
like you're leaving a bar or a party.
I think you overestimate my nightlife. No, dude, that's never.
Well, been... that's just just in the ether. I mean, that just happens sometimes.
I'm not a bar dude. Now we've shifted entirely, but no, honestly, I've never been in a fight. I've never.
Well, all right, Shawn, fight.
Let's go, dude. Fight. Nevers, have you ever been in a fucking fight?
I was in one time.
You were in a fight.
One time I was in a fight.
How old were you?
I was probably 13, 14 years old. It was in our neighborhood.
8th grade, 9th grade kind of thing.
Yeah,
okay.
and there were these guys that lived across the street from us, and then there was 3 brothers.
Us,
and then
were you
my sisters and I,
the greasers?
Me and my sisters, yes.
No,
the rest of our gang.
Yeah. The socias.
You were the sharks and they were the jets.
And there were there's 3 brothers. They were all fat. And
the O'Doyle family,
and then across from them was my friend Keith. So I was at my friend Keith's house one day, and we got in some kind of argument. The dudes, the brothers, and Keith got in some kind of argument, and I got involved. And the youngest one ran at me, and threw me to the ground and started punching me in the head.
And how old was he?
And he was 15.
Oh, okay.
And I wiggled out from underneath him. I had roller skates on at the time. And I wiggled out from underneath
Wait,
him.
that's the worst. Roller blades or roller skates?
Roller skates. And I wiggled out from underneath him.
Why were you roller skating in 1995?
He was delivering food at the drive-in.
All right. I like roller skates.
The last true
fan. It wouldn't have been 95. It would have been 93 maybe. Something like that.
Okay.
It was right before rollerblades.
Okay.
Rollerblades were still expensive, and my mom was like, "Your roller skates are fine."
Those are hand-me-down kind of.
So I wiggled out from underneath him. I had never been in a fight before, and I was scared, and I remember I was crying. And he came to run at me again, and I got on the grass because I couldn't move well on the ground.
It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
You can't get any
couldn't
footing.
Run. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And he stumbled as he was coming towards me and went down on one knee, and I kicked him in his face with my roller skate. And he flew back, and there was blood, and I hopped off the thing and skated back to my house.
Because you were on a skate.
I was terrified.
As masculinely as you could.
No, crying, and I remember going inside, and my mom was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "They're gonna come. They're gonna get you. They're gonna get me."
They're gonna get you. You thought they were gonna beat up your mom?
The O'Doyles.
They were gonna break into our house and just hurt.
Was there ever any fallout after that?
Yeah, his dad came over the next day and was like, "You got to pay for my son's he busted his lip, and you got to pay for it. We had to take him to get it stitched." And my dad was like, "Go fuck yourself."
That was it.
Your kids jumped on my son and beat him up, and his friend is saying the same thing, and it's bullshit. And the guy was like, "All right, well,
keep your son
away from us."
All right, well,
all right,
take care.
Keep your son away from my bully kids.
Honestly, my wife made me come over here, and he's like, "Wives, right?"
So Mac, clearly you've been in some fights.
Oh yeah, it was
what is
prison
your
rules.
fight story?
Yeah, it was prison rules for me. I'd switch schools or whatever. I have a big fat target on me. I've had to push someone down the stairs before. Things like that.
You had to?
Yeah, I had to. Have I not told this story before on the podcast?
I don't. I think you alluded to it on the Eddie episode that you pushed someone down the steps.
Or maybe on the Kevin one.
You wouldn't tell the full story.
All right. So first day in new school, this kid comes up to me, and he I don't think he liked like the attention I was getting because I was new in school and all that kind of stuff.
How old were you?
Probably about 11, 12.
Oh, so you were new in school and also the most famous child on the planet.
Exactly.
So that, I'm sure, didn't help.
That's what I mean. It's like, prison rules.
People wanted to beat you up, though, instead of, like, be
Absolutely.
your
Just
friend and
wanna,
get your
yeah.
autograph?
No, absolutely. Yeah, of course.
They didn't want to just like hang out.
Yeah, no, because it's like I got like attention from like other people, especially from the feminine persuasion kind
They
of
were
thing.
just mad.
Yeah, there was
I
like,
would have just been like, "Do you want to hang out?"
People
And,
would have been like, will you give me some stuff?
do fun stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
you
you
have, buy me something.
well, where were you? Like, yeah,
Florida.
In Long Island, man. I was so close.
yeah, I know. And this one kid, I won't say his name, and he actually like
Say his first name.
his name was Frank.
Of course. All right.
And he was a little bigger than me. And
All
stuff.
right. All right.
Frank
And-
Stallone.
Yeah, Frank Stallone. And yeah, no, he actually pretty much challenged me to a fight like in the schoolyard kind of thing, like like after school.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So
And you said yes?
I was like, yeah.
Wow.
It wasn't my first fight.
I would have never said yes to that.
And so
Because John Candy famously beat the shit out of you.
Yes, all
every
the time.
day.
You know,
take
you
you
know,
outside.
that-
and be like,
that
you gotta learn
classic-
to fight, kid.
that classic. And so I waited, like, I waited on the stairs, like on the second floor, so and it was probably about 5 minutes beforehand. I see him coming down the stairs, and he turns the corner, and then just pushed him down the stairs. And then I walked past him, and I went into the little alley where we're supposed to fight, where people were like other kids were there, and he didn't show up. And so I'm like, oh, okay. And it was one of those things where it's like, oh, I guess he pushed out kind of thing. And really what it was, he just got pushed down the stairs
Jesus
by someone
Christ.
who's like, don't fuck with this crazy kid
Yeah,
kind of thing.
that's-
Like, yeah.
I mean-
but you know what? Like, people stopped fucking with me.
In high school, someone threatened to beat me up. That was like the closest I ever got. Like I got like, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna kick your ass. And I just screamed at the top of my lungs, "I'll bite your neck." Like I'm like, "I'll bite your neck."
I'll bite your neck.
He was like,
no, don't do
he
that.
like backed up and like he was like, "You're a fucking freak," but I didn't have
so
to fight.
The only thing that's scarier than a big dude that wants to challenge you to a fight
crazy
is a
person.
little skinny
crazy
dude
person.
going, come on, come on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So,
Like,
like-
that's actually fucking scary. It's like Begbie from Train Spotting.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
he's
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
scary as shit.
Like a little
Because,
spider
yeah.
monkey.
Yes,
Yeah,
a
he's like,
spider
yeah,
monkey.
just
I'll
like
climb
one-
up your back and I'll eat
Yeah,
your spine
like someone
out.
who doesn't give a fuck.
See, I feel like the thing where I'm from is I feel like we did have our equivalent of high school fights, but they were two kids claiming who their lawyer was. So the other, like, when I grew up, it was like if someone even touches you incorrectly, call your parents so they can call their lawyers. Like the threat of lawsuits loomed large where I'm from.
Your ethnicity showing.
Thank you. No, but it's true though. And honestly, the one time you reminded me, like, there was a minute where I was selling pot in high school and some kid tried to jump me at a party. Like, he did grab me by, like, the collar, and then immediately my friends, like, backed him off and stuff. And then the next day, he showed up with a knife outside my friend's house and was like, give me your Game Boy. And I went, hold on 1 second, let me go get it. And I called I called the cops on him, and I said he had a knife, and I said he was a cocaine dealer, which he was, and they arrested him. So it was like a real bitch move on my part to send the kid to
but
jail.
Also, that kid is like freaking stupid. Like, it was kind of just like, oh, let me have your wallet. Like, yeah, 1 second, I'll be
Yeah,
right back.
I was like, I don't have any
for
money.
real.
I don't have any money on me, man. And he was like, what do you have on you? I'm like, I have my Game Boy inside. He's like, well, go get it. I'm like, hold on.
I'll wait here.
And I just immediately was like, hi, there's a dude outside.
What a dumbass.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing.
He's a born again Christian now, so it's all good.
Oh, there you go.
He tried to friend me
So
on
he probably
Facebook.
turned it around.
He tried to friend me on Facebook, and I was like,
To apologize?
forgive, yes. I don't know if I'm gonna ever friend the dude who held a knife to me on Facebook. But
I grew up like in this like Irish neighborhood, like a lot of like big Irish thuggy kind of like types
Irish
and stuff
town.
like that.
Everyone knows that part of New York City.
Yorkville is what it was called.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I'm still.
Oh,
I,
Mr. Colkin, having a good day, are you?
from the
Top of the morning to you, Mr.
the
Colkin.
Clan Culkin. There you
On
go.
your way to PCS, are you? Say hello to Christina Ricci for me.
And I still like hang out with some of them, and I knew them in my early 20s. We were walking down the street, and this is like we were bowling, and it's like 3 a.m. We're all kind of like drunk, and I'm in a big old group of like 8 people, and walking the other direction. Somebody says some wise ass thing to me, like it kind of just like whatever, some kind of like Home Alone crack or whatever, that kind of stuff. I've heard it a zillion times. Like, kind of just like whatever. It's like go fuck yourself, and you just kind of keep walking.
Yeah.
These two dudes turned around and met, and it was like met.
They
these,
just like came back.
So I was like, oh, where are where's Angelo and Nikki kind of thing, like and then. About a half hour later, they show up at my place. They both got like shiners and something like that, and drunk, and they're kind of like, dude, we got your back. And I was like, wait, what?
No.
And they were like, no, like, yeah, like, don't worry. We hurt those guys for you.
Hey, don't worry. They're never going to say anything to anyone ever. Hey, Mac,
Because their jaws are wired shut.
Hey, Mac, we murdered those Home Alone guys for you.
I mean, it was like that. It was kind of like, whoa, that was just like, no, like, just don't do that.
Oh, Mac,
Like,
I give you the solemn promise I will never fight someone for your honor.
Okay, thank you.
I'll sue the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
though.
I mean, what about like, what if it was like a wizard of some sort? Like, not just like a big thuggy kind of person, but
Would
like,
I fight a wizard?
Yeah, would you fight a wizard?
Matt
Do
Cohen.
I also have magic?
If I gave you a sword and shield
Matt,
and
would you fight a
Magical
wizard?
sword.
Would you fight a wizard?
Magical sword and magical shield.
yes.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%.
Can that be a question you ask every single person that comes on this?
That's our new who would win in a fight?
Would you fight a
a wizard?
wizard?
Would you fight a wizard for me?
Guess it depends on the wizard.
You said you would fight a wizard, but only if you had a magical shield?
and a
and
magical
sword.
sword. Like, if only I had magic as well. If I was on the same level as that wizard, I would fight a wizard.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Then
Okay,
it's not fighting
so you
a
wouldn't,
wizard, then it's just fighting a
so you wouldn't fist fight like you and I are in the same kind of physical
I
kind
wouldn't
of level.
fist fight a 5'3" guy.
What
let
if
alone
they?
a fucking
What
wizard.
if they took?
but
the
you would
wizard's-
magic fight him.
I'd magic fight anyone. I'd magic fight anyone. David Blaine, David Copperfield, all the Davids.
So magic fight's completely different.
Lance Burton from the Monte Carlo. I'll fight
if,
you.
What if you took the wizard's powers away and you guys just fist fought each other?
Darn,
Yeah.
instantly.
Would you fight
Feeble
Gandalf?
old man. Yeah, he's like 1,000 years old.
Okay, so you would fight an old man,
Yeah.
but not a 5'3" guy.
Would you fight a guy in a wheelchair?
What did he do to me?
No, just in a pit.
He stole your Game Boy.
Did I already ask for it back?
Let's say you walked into
Did
your
you
home.
politely? Did you try to sue? You tried to sue him and you lost.
I like this line
Let's
of
say you
questioning.
walked into your
and
home.
there's a guy in a wheelchair stealing all my stuff.
in your house, and he's like, fight me, or
Would
I'm
I-
taking your house.
Would I, and no one be offended by this, please, fingers crossed, would I instantly just tip over his wheelchair? Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
yeah.
Would I turtle him?
But what if you? Well, that's assuming that you
Turtle.
could, though.
Yeah, maybe.
They-
Go from behind him.
You don't know what
You
he's
really?
like,
Yeah. I
though.
mean, like, listen. I
The
spent some
range
time
of
in a wheelchair.
mobility
That's-
on those. Can you go three? Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah. No,
Did you get good on it?
I was really good. I could take stairs. Like, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
People in wheelchairs play
Their upper
like
body
Olympic-
strength is
Olympic
insane.
games and can do, and they have basketball leagues. like-
Sean.
yes.
Ding, 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 ding. Do you hear that noise?
What?
You just hit on our first segue of the day, my friend.
Well, we have a segue.
Yeah.
Oh, people in wheelchairs.
No. Sports. That was another possible theme we said for the
Oh
episode
yeah, that's right.
today.
We did talk
Oh,
about.
okay.
we could maybe do
We're,
sports.
we're switching subjects.
So
Sure.
murder ball. We've all played it, right? We're all wheelchair athletes.
Just ask all my ex-girlfriends. We play murder ball all the time.
Okay, I know you played basketball in high school, and I've talked about I played football and lacrosse. Did you play any sports?
No,
Ever?
never.
Never
One
even-
time. That's not
never
true.
even Little League?
Yes, I played softball, and my dad was the coach, and I hit the ball one time, and I forgot to run, and he yelled at me, and I yelled back, "Stop yelling at me!"
And that was it.
And then I goes out.
Stop yelling at me.
But you only played in one game.
I mean, I played that season.
But how did you not know to run?
I just got excited that I hit the ball.
How old were you?
I hit it, and I was like, I did it, and my dad was like, run, and I was like, I'm going to, and then I was out.
So was sports like not a big? Was it not a big thing where you were from?
The
or-
show, I loved that show.
Was there a show called Sports?
Sports? No, you said Sports Night.
No, I didn't. I said was sports not?
Oh,
a
I
big...
thought you said Sports Night. That was a great
no,
show.
but I love the show Sports.
I love the show Sports Night by Aaron Sorkin.
Oh, everybody just play sports.
Was it not a big thing for kids your age where you're from to play like sports? and
No, they
stuff?
all did that.
Why didn't you?
I didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, you should see Sean throw a lighter.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I missed
this is
it.
like about a half hour ago.
bad, yeah.
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 Matt was like, "Throw me that lighter," and it was just like
there was like
it was
a
a good like
3 feet too short.
3
Yeah,
feet short.
yeah.
He tossed it underhand and
my
everything
girlfriend
too.
will often, when I do throw something well, will go like I'm
Good throw.
Well, no, like, oh, that was great. Like she'll make
good job, buddy.
There was a
Like,
moment.
I'm an
there,
idiot.
There was a moment during that lighter toss when initially when I missed it, I went, "Did I fuck up?" And then I went, "No, I was a stationary target."
Yeah,
No. You actually like you
I dove for it.
dove for it, and it was still so far.
if
It
you
was
had,
still 2 feet
if you had a
away.
lacrosse net, you would have gotten it.
yeah, you would have.
Lacrosse stick. But, so here's the thing about lacrosse, guys. I played football because I liked like I grew up. My dad is huge into sports. He loves baseball and basketball. He doesn't really like football as much.
My
but-
dad too.
Was he a player? Or
Yeah,
no?
he played baseball in high school and like
you go.
loved it and always claims, I don't believe it. He claims he was like the best and they wanted him for like the varsity team. but he was gonna have to travel on the subway into like the Bronx, and he was too afraid to because he lived in Queens. So that's why he quit. He didn't want to commute.
Sounds
to the
legit.
other boroughs.
Sounds legit. Yeah,
that sounds
okay.
legit actually.
Yeah.
So like I played Little League. I played every sport. I played Little League. I quit every sport ever. Little League, tennis, soccer, t-ball, basketball. But then the one that stick was I played football for like 3 years, and then everyone I knew was like playing lacrosse. Lacrosse is such a big fucking thing where I'm from, and I'm from like
In Long Island.
yeah, but it's big for like waspy Long Island. So like
Yeah.
my Jewish
Where you have room to play
I had
lacrosse.
literally never heard of it until the day before I signed up for the team. Because it was such an insular, like, me and my Jewish friends didn't grow up playing lacrosse, but suddenly everyone was like, hey, let's play lacrosse. So I was like, all right, I don't know how to do this. And they were like, you have two options. There are two lacrosse sticks. One's like 3 feet. It's like a lacrosse stick, like everyone knows.
Yeah.
And then there's the other thing that most people don't know about, which is called a long stick D. And that's what I played. My lacrosse stick was like 5.5 feet long. I had a spear with a
long
fucking
stick D.
with a net on the end of it.
And what's the difference? Why is one longer than the other?
Because my job was to try to like trip people with it and poke the ball out of the. One is for like carrying the ball.
wait.
You're allowed to trip people?
The tripping part, I think, is something that's not legal.
Not legal, but
Yeah,
that is what
yeah, there you go. I could
but
tell.
no one told me that. They like put me out there with a really, really heavy, long instrument, and I was so bad and so uncoordinated that my move was to like, I don't know, I would just close my eyes and shove the stick at an approaching person. 9 times out of 10, they
What are
would
you
not
supposed
trip.
to do with it?
Knock. The only things you can do defensively in lacrosse are like intercept a catch, right? Or basically just poke at their stick and their gloves. You can hit their hands and just try to knock their thing loose. That's the whole goal as a long stick defenseman. You're just supposed to fucking whack away at their hands and their stick.
So what happens when the ball hits the ground? I mean, you
Anyone
try to scoop it up?
Yeah, everyone tries to scoop it up on
okay.
both sides, and then you basically just pass.
It's probably pretty hard with a long stick like that.
I was
Yeah, you get that long D.
so I could
That's what it's called, the long D.
Oh, yeah, the D2?
Yeah, and
No, was it D2?
a long D stick.
Long
Yeah,
D
yeah.
Long D
stick.
stick. Nice.
Yeah,
The
I
other
got that
thing
long
too
D
is
stick.
the
Look
way
at that.
the way you move, you don't
What's up,
have
honey?
to, but
So funny.
the only way to move up. So you know how you dribble in soccer and basketball.
Yeah.
You don't really.
My
know
long
that.
D stick dribbles.
We're never having you back on this podcast again. Also, don't call it long. I mean, come on. The only way you can move with the lacrosse
It's
stick
left
is
and right,
it's
kind of
cradling. It's called.
Yeah, you swish it.
You swish it back and forth, and my thing was like fucking like a flagpole. It was a mess. The one I also spray painted mine because I thought it would look cool, but it made it so much heavier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You were one of those guys, like, you know, those guys in bands who put like a zillion stickers on their guitar and they regret it later.
Does that make the guitar heavier?
It just also
ruins your fucking guitar.
It also just kind of ruins it and kind of like has an aesthetic that you can't take back. It's like a tattoo.
Oh yeah, I was
Look at
I was all about ruining stuff. I had a backpack in high
I
school.
was all about ruining stuff.
I had a,
Go
Still
on.
are, man.
Yeah. I had a backpack in high school. It had a rubber tire bottom, and I took a whiteout pen and I tagged the entire thing with such quotes as "fat" and "Smashing Pumpkins!" exclamation mark.
It was like Blues Travelers lyrics on there.
No Blues Travelers.
Oh,
I was
okay.
cooler. I was cooler than that.
So
thank you.
okay, some fish lyrics.
Not even Fish yet, man. It was pre-Fish.
Yeah, he was cooler than
it
that,
was
too.
like Offspring and Green Day and Pumpkins and like
dazed,
Weezer.
dazed and confused.
Yeah.
Is punk back going?
I
I know hockey because my dad is a huge hockey fan. That was the one sport, and he worked for the NHL, and I've been to a lot of hockey games.
What did he do for the NHL?
He was an off-ice official for the Florida Panthers.
like a timekeeper.
no,
whatever,
like he. So basically,
like there's referees on the ice, and he was.
there's referees on the ice, and when there's a play that they can't call on, they would call up to my father, and my dad would watch a videotape. And then he would
Oh, he
call.
was like the guy
he
in
would
the
pick up
booth.
a
Yeah,
special.
so
he would
yeah.
pick up a special, like a bat phone that dialed directly to
Was it shaped like a puck?
to the NHL office in Canada, talk to them about it, and then he would make the call and then call down to the ice, and they would be like, "All right,
Oh, yeah.
this
So-
is what it is."
so he was the off-ice referee.
off-ice official.
There's
yeah.
a Canadian
That's
Council
awesome.
of Elders that are on call during
And
every
they-
NHL game.
Yes. There is an NHL HQ.
Yeah, buddy.
Where they're
Good call, eh?
good call. Hey.
They're too afraid of
Let
telling
me
people
finish.
they made a
Let
bad
me
call,
finish.
so every call is a good call.
Oh yeah.
They don't want to be
That's a
impolite.
good. That's a good one there.
So sorry.
Were you guys?
I'm so sorry, but that's a really good one there.
So me and Mac are clearly wrestling fans, which
I like
people
wrestling,
argue
too.
with the word sport on that. But you liked wrestling.
I
As a
like
kid,
wrestling
right?
as a kid. Yeah, they lost me like mid to late attitude.
But
era.
speaking of combat sports, were either of you guys either boxing or MMA guys.
Huge boxing.
Me
fan.
too, man. Me
Huge
too.
boxing
Huge boxing as growing up.
MMA, I've transitioned, like, towards and so forth, and I feel like I'm a refugee. But I guess no, I'm a fight fan.
I liked Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
yes,
And that got me into boxing.
Glass
Did
Joe
you
is
get
my
into boxing
favorite.
because of that?
Yes, but I didn't like it. It made me I felt like bad for everyone.
It was too violent.
It's too much.
I
felt
So
really
I grew
bad.
up in like a boxing family, like my parents, my
Same.
grandparents. So as an early kid, I used to go to, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, no, and like I grew up in the the 80s where it was the Sugar Rays and the
Yup.
the Hearns and also the Tysons.
Me too,
and
but
so
my dad
forth.
just wasn't into that stuff. He was,
Holyfield,
football. My
Lennox
dad liked
Lewis.
football, baseball, hockey was like my dad's.
Yeah, no,
and
I
golf.
used to go to like the fights too.
Me too.
Like,
Boxing's
back
a
in the
weird
day.
niche thing, and it might be a New York thing. I don't know, but you talk to people
It's,
and
it's
like,
kind of a dying form, to be
oh
honest.
my god, it's dead now. It's dead now, right?
It's not dead.
Is it
but it's
MMA,
dying.
right?
Well,
Took it over.
Well, it's that.
Listen. I
There are
mean,
no
like
more- there are no
McGregor
more
made
ni-
more money off of
course.
fighting Mayweather than he has, like than he
Because
ever will in
Maywe-
any UFC fight.
Mayweather's the last one, right? So that's the problem, Sean. It's not that UFC did take the
Well,
audience, which it
Anthony
did.
Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. That's actually going to be a big money fight. when
It's a
that
box.
happens.
What class is that though?
A heavyweight.
It is a heavyweight.
They both have it's a unification kind of bout. They're both undefeated world champions in the heavyweight
big.
division, and they're both knockout artists.
So
It's going to be gorgeous.
The death of boxing was the death of star heavyweights, right? So we grew up in the era of like Tyson and Holyfield and Lennox Lewis and like
Michael
George
Moore,
Foreman.
Michael Moore and
Foreman's
Foreman
comeback,
and
yeah.
all those fuckers, and then it just stopped.
It was the Klitschko's.
Michael Moore went on to make that
Roy
great
Jones
Bowling for
Jr.
Columbine.
Well, then the weight class stopped, and it was like Klitschko, exactly.
Like,
Klitschko was like
Klitschko just dominated
for like
10
15 years.
There was at one point him and his brother held
Yep,
every single world
absolutely.
title,
and everyone just
in the
tuned
heavyweight
out
division.
because it was two Serbian dudes who didn't speak great English. They weren't really charismatic.
The Ukrainian.
Okay, well, shout out because I'm also Ukrainian. What's
Mike
up,
Tyson.
boys?
Actually, I know how to spell Klitschko, so there you go.
KLITSCHO.
No, but you're close. I mean, I'd have to write it down.
Vitaly and what's the other one's name?
Vladimir,
Okay, there you go.
who's married to
Is Vladimir Klitschko married to someone famous? I didn't know.
Hayden Panettiere.
Is he really? Yep. Oh, that's
Yes,
so
he
funny.
is. Oh, yeah, he is.
Because he's 6'7",
Yeah.
and she is waist high. It's they probably have a lot of fun.
My dad did a lot. My dad does business with the Indian casinos. So Foxwoods,
Like Mohegan Sun,
yeah,
Foxwoods, yeah.
And back in the early '90s, Foxwoods basically adopted Vinny Pazienza as their main
Yeah,
fighter.
yeah. I remember
Tasmanian
Pazienza.
Devil. Yeah. So I used to go to see a lot of fights and shit.
Nice.
Yeah, I like boxing. UFC, I missed.
Yeah, me too.
I'm kind of
Connor got me into
I'm
it.
late to the party, but I'm there.
I've watched the last 4 Conor McGregor fights, and I watched a bunch of Ronda Rousey when she was
I
still
watched
fighting.
some of those. I've watched.
What
some
about the
of those.
Lesnar stuff?
You know what? I watched Lesnar versus that Mark,
Overeem?
No, I haven't never even seen. Excuse me, Lesnar Overeem. I saw the one that Lesnar just did where he won, but then tested positive.
Oh, yeah, I forget that guy, the big dude.
Mark something. Yeah.
yeah.
Mark Summers.
Yeah, Mark
Yeah.
Summers.
Double Dare's
Yes.
Mark Summers.
But he was like, "Don't
He's
touch me!
been-
Don't touch me!"
He kept on using. he kept on desanitizing his
I love
hands.
that all 3 of us immediately went there.
Mark Summers, Howie Mandel match, but they won't touch each
Yes,
other.
yes.
I
Just-
feel like Howie Mendel's is a put on.
no.
Is he really fucked up OCD too, Mendel?
Really fucked
Mendel?
up OCD.
Yeah.
I thought he just
big
Who
time.
wants to touch anyone, right? That's why we do the fist bump.
But also, that's why, but in general, it's. I think even that irks him. The fist
Wow.
bump. Yeah, that's a thing.
You know,
He's a well-known
like
germaphobe.
He's like a multiple washer a day.
Remember when he had an afro?
Yeah. And they,
it was more like a Jerry curl.
like a Jerry
Yeah.
curl. Yeah.
And it was just gone. There's been a lot of dudes. So here,
He shaved his head.
we're
He went
switching
bald.
subjects to the bald episode, I guess.
Hey, let's talk about hair.
So when I
I've got some.
Me too.
but
Right on.
he's got more
Right
than
on.
you.
Congratulations.
We've got varying
Fist
levels.
bump.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't need it. It's vestigial.
he's got more. No, he doesn't. Even right now, he doesn't have more hair. I have I need a
I
haircut
guess you do.
desperately.
need
You know, he's doing good. He's doing good.
Hey, you're doing all right, buddy.
That's doing all right.
Yeah, we're doing good.
When I started losing my hair at
Yeah,
like
what
21,
age?
21,
Yeah.
I was just, and even not even bald, started thinning, right?
Okay, did you thin from the front or the back?
Front. I didn't do the
You
crown.
didn't crown on?
No.
Because if I'm going to go bald, I'd much rather go from the front.
Well,
Get
here's
the
what-
widow's peak and then go
Yeah,
from
same.
there.
It's not even that.
Widow's
But
peak,
crowning like that's the worst.
So here's what I did, which I know a bunch of bald dudes do, so I'm not unique to it. But the first day where I was like, oh man, I think I'm losing my hair, gone forever,
You shaved it all off that day.
instantly. I was never gonna look balding.
you shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, right. Well, no, I mean, to this day, a lot, and they're crazy people, but like certain people, when I say I'm bald, they go like, "You're not bald. You just have a shaved head," because they think I do it as a style thing because they're just used to seeing it, and I've been doing it longer than I had hair at this point almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah. But there is the
How often do you shave your head?
It depends, man.
How many times a week?
If honestly, usually like once, maybe twice. If I wanted to like feel better about myself, I would do it like 4 or 5. Like I feel more confident the less hair I have on my head. Clearly,
Interesting.
No, but I can see that. Yeah, yeah.
I also don't do a straight razor though. Like our
Yeah,
buddy
how do you
Stu,
do it?
I take a beard trimmer, I take the guard off of it, and I do electric. Because
You electric it?
it's never bald.
Have
I
you
always
actually ever
stubble.
done the shaving cream and
Never
straight razor?
Never in my entire life.
Have you ever, like, even just for like fun, as an
No,
experiment?
I don't think I'd like the way it would feel, and also
But the top isn't. The
top is gone.
Right, so it would be the sides would be more like the top if you did a straight.
Yeah, I don't
razor.
want
You don't want
that.
that.
I
You
want
like the
Statham.
buzz, right? You want the.
Here's what I was saying.
So Statham was a big thing and I'm sure I'm not the only bald dude out there. But when I started going bald, I was like,
Shout out to Statham.
Statham, Bruce Willis.
well, for real. But
Yeah, Willis too did the same
similar
thing. as
thing.
Statham.
It's the idea that you can
You don't really like hide it.
you don't
but
hide
you're-
it, but as long as you shave it and keep it uniform, it's the impression that you have the same length of hair over your
All right.
entire head.
This will be fun. This will be
Yeah.
like a fun like dare or something
Yeah,
like that. So you can shave the sides, but you can't shave the tippity top kind of thing. This whole kind of crown area for
Yeah.
like 2 months.
Nothing will happen.
Not even
can't grow
Not
hair.
even
Nothing.
a couple of wisps.
Like
Oh,
a
look,
couple
you-
wisps.
you-
You
well,
can
that's
see
what
them
I know.
now.
But
like,
that's but
like
that's the thing.
Simpson style, like just
Not even that
one-
long. Not that long.
Not that long.
Not
Okay,
even that long.
If you do that for 3 months,
Nothing.
I will give you $2,000,
Deal.
and you'll just have a couple of just like these wisps.
Sure.
Up here.
Can I wear a hat?
Nope.
I mean, yeah, I would probably do that. Let me pick the 3 months though. Like when I don't want to go out and shit. I'm not gonna be on camera.
It's gonna be winter.
Yeah, gonna wait. I was gonna say exactly. Oh,
gonna hibernate.
Yeah.
The reason I
oh,
brought-
the time I go to the bunker. Like, yeah, sure,
The reason I
totally.
brought this up though, there have been a few celebrities over the years who have gone from like hair to no hair overnight. Like Howie Mandel, it seems like I don't remember that guy balding.
But also, I mean, there was a gap there where you just didn't
Yeah, where
see
he
him.
wasn't around.
Well, there's
Yeah.
a bunch. Andre Agassi. Do you guys remember when that happened?
Yes.
Didn't he get sick?
No, he
No.
never had hair. He was wearing a wig.
He was wearing
whole
No,
time?
not the whole time.
Not the whole time.
But he was wearing a wig
Since
during.
birth.
No, he actually talks about it in his
for
autobiography.
years,
he actually
he was wearing a
wore-
bandana wig.
Yeah, he was wearing a bandana wig, and it was slipping off one time during like the like the French Open or whatever.
Wow.
It's in his
Yeah.
autobiography about how like he was distracted because he was worried that his
Where's
wig was
that
going to fall
movie?
off.
Give me that biopic.
Joey Lawrence is another guy who's completely chrome dome now.
Yeah. But I mean, like again, like you can hold it well if you do
Oh,
it
no,
well.
no, I'm not
but also,
saying-
but Joey
yeah.
Lawrence also like again, you didn't see the
And
transition.
No, that's what I mean. Well, that was the key with me too. It's the transition that's the bad part for balding men.
No, but
Yes.
what he's saying is he wasn't even in the public spotlight for the transition, so
Well,
we don't know what he looked
well,
like.
it's either
Maybe
or,
he
right?
did.
Yeah.
Maybe he did go bald, and then when we saw him again and he came back, he was all shaved.
I
but,
bet he
like,
shaved it right away.
You think?
I would.
Stu did. I mean,
Oh,
like,
yeah, I would,
And I hate
too.
to like call out other guys, but it's this
Michael
versus
Stipe, pretty
or
much,
It's
you
this,
know.
Dude's bald.
it's this versus like Paul Shear, right? Who's just a traditional bald man with like a horseshoe pattern and has hair on the sides and
Traditional
stuff.
bald man.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Paul.
Shout out to traditional bald man.
Traditional bald man, Paul Scheer.
I saved so much money on shampoo, you guys.
Do you?
I don't shampoo my head.
What about
do
your
you shampoo
beard?
your beard or
Yeah,
your
but
junk?
I do my beard.
Yeah.
and yeah, I guess my
You got to do your junk a little
should-
bit.
I body wash my whole
I do
body.
conditioner on the junk to make it softer.
Do you really?
Wow.
Do you have that much junk hair that you need to do you not manscape?
I do manscape, but you still want to make what's there soft. I'm not completely shaved like a little baby boy.
Have you ever done that?
Yes.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
You've never?
I've never gone like full
Full,
baby boy.
like-
Oh, Mac, it's the weirdest
Like
thing
porn
ever.
star
you
shaved,
look
like
down,
male porn
it's-
star
You look
shaved.
like a turkey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a
It's
weird little
really,
turkey.
It's really disturbing.
No, I mean I'm good like keeping it like
Well,
maintained
here's what
and
I-
all that kind of stuff. Like no,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
my junk looks nice.
Here's when I stopped doing that. I once
For pictures of all of our junk, check
Yeah.
the website.
send
pics.
bunnyearsjunk@gmail.com.
We'll send pics.
Which I guess we'll have to get right now. I remember I told a girl once that I was completely shaved, and we weren't even like hooking up. We were just randomly talking, and she was like, "Oh, why did girls tell you they like that?" And I was like, "No," and she's like, "Yeah." You should probably listen to that. Like, I don't know why you decided to do that, but
Yes.
no one told you to.
Same.
Because it's weird as fuck.
Yeah, nobody wants that. I found out.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of there's a pedo kind of quality to it or whatever.
Here's a
Like,
weirdness
so,
to
yeah,
it.
girls who like that. Yeah, look, it seems a little.
So
pedo-y.
I can guess the answer from Mac. I'll ask you, Sean. Are you a hirsute gentleman?
I don't know what that means.
It means hairy.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm a hairy guy.
Do you get back hair?
No back hair.
I get back hair. my
Yeah,
friend.
you're.
I am a hair. Like
Do you
you're like a
maintain?
true
Oh
hairy
my
god,
guy.
yeah. Like me grooming.
do you wax or shave?
I
What do you
shave. I shave. I also trim my arm hair and my leg hair. Like here's
Really?
the deal, dude.
How do you do your back?
I've developed a system for a guy who has no hair on his head.
You have hair
The
everywhere
amount
else.
of hair I have everywhere else is insane. I'm a werewolf.
Yeah, no.
So
this
how
is
do
it.
you
I
do
don't
your back?
do
This is me with my arms trimmed. I trimmed them yesterday.
Oh, I don't trim at all.
Yeah,
No.
this is au
How do I
naturel.
do
I have a lot of chest hair.
How do I shave my back with a electric
with a stick?
No, with an electric.
I wash my back
Same
with
thing,
a rag on
an
a
electric
stick.
trimmer, and like I just know the angles.
Really?
Wow.
And
It's
do you do a double mirror? Kind
Yeah,
of thing?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I contortion.
And you can just like get to that
Yep,
little
absolutely.
middle between your
That's
between
the
your
hardest
shoulder
part.
blades.
That's the hardest part
I
every
know,
time.
I know.
I have tried like this is the grossest
Like
thing ever. No
full
women are
back?
ever. What do you mean?
Like, you
no,
have hair
I don't
full,
have like a fur suit. No,
No, you're not Robin Williams.
My shoulders get like hairy in general.
And then it kind of gets
And it
thinner and
goes a
thinner
little
as it
bit-
goes down.
exactly.
Where
Okay.
does it end? It kind of ends below your shoulder blades, kind of.
Yeah, like right over there somewhere.
Okay,
It's like-
so not lower back doesn't get.
no. Thank God. Like
Yeah,
no.
the reverse like happy trail.
Yeah, no, I don't. Like, yeah. But again, like
The
grooming
fun
is
the fun boys happy trail.
grooming is like one of the biggest parts of my life and also the biggest bitch in the fucking world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For a dude who doesn't have hair, I make up for it and having to like groom
to
myself
groom hair.
everywhere else. If I didn't tweeze between my eyebrows,
I have to do that.
I'd have the biggest unibrow on the
Same.
planet.
Yeah, same.
I haven't done it in about a couple months.
You have very light hair
Dude,
though.
you have very
Like, we
light
have dark
hair.
hair, so
No,
I
I
get
know,
one
that's what I'm
hair.
saying.
You could do you tweeze between your eyebrows?
I have
How
to.
long have you done that for?
Oh,
Since you're a teenager?
yeah,
Me
basically.
too. That's so
yeah.
funny. Finding
Since
out
you
other
started
dudes-
noticing.
Like,
I don't think
Since
I've
I
ever
started
spoken
noticing,
to
yeah,
another guy
like-
about tweezing
Oh,
our eyebrows before.
absolutely. You
just
have
the middle,
just
though.
the middle.
I don't shape my fucking eyebrows.
Me neither.
Yeah, no,
I had
guys shouldn't do
I had
that.
a girlfriend once that was like, you can get under there, and I was like, I don't
Fuck
need to do
that.
that. I was like, just the middle though, because otherwise they connect, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If
Shout
that's
out to
what
all
your
our friends
thing
with
is.
unibrows.
But that's what I do.
To all the Frida
And
Kahlo.
recently, as I've gotten older, I've recently had to start. I have like one hair on like my earlobe,
I get
and
I
I'll
get that.
like right here.
Yeah.
I get
like a-
those wispy ones.
long
they are
wispy ones.
they are like white.
Yes.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
long as
Guys,
fuck.
long as
and,
fuck.
and I get more of them than I should.
Well,
That's
you guys
how
are-
I feel.
You guys are both older than me, so I feel weird saying this. But have you guys gotten hair in your ear yet? Have
Yes.
you noticed
Yes,
like
yeah.
in
Yes.
the ear
In
hole?
the
Actually,
ear, yeah.
you know what? I get worse than that is my nose hairs.
Oh, mine
my
too.
God,
I
I
have
hate
to
that.
shave those.
I keep
too.
a nose hair
I
trimmer
am
and
not a
tweezer in my
hairy
car.
person.
No, but you get nose hairs.
But I get nose hairs like nobody's freaking business.
There's a David Cross bit where he talks about when he was a kid, he had this uncle or this grandpa with like the hairiest ears, and he was so afraid of growing up and getting hairy ears, and then he realized, oh, you just have to shave. What was that guy doing?
Just trim it.
They
Like,
make
it's-
equipment for that.
It's easy to be groomed. It's weird. I guess it's a weird thing. Men
My
don't-
girlfriend grooms me like a.
Men
like
don't
a
usually
ape.
talk about grooming.
Does she
right?
pop your
Yeah.
pimples?
Yes,
Ew.
she pops my pimples, and she'll go like
She'll pick ticks
she'll go
off
like
of you?
I'll be right back, and then she'll come in back from the other room with the tweezers, and she'll just start like poking at my ears, and like she'll go
Oh,
like
you
"Here, turn your head."
tweeze your
She'll
ear
pull
hair?
the ear
Ooh,
hair,
Fuck
yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, I do that too.
You gotta
That's
tweeze it.
Scissors, little nose hair trimmer.
No,
Oh, no, I
it's a
just
little more effective.
pluck it out.
Just pluck it. Back when I had long hair, I'd like pull it all kind of like back into a little man bunny kind of
Yeah.
thing, and I would see like these little wisps when I was looking in the mirror, and I'm like, oh, like, and I kept on pulling my hair back, and like, no, it's
Your
the ear
ears.
hair on my lobe,
It's crazy.
kind of thing, and
Yeah.
kind of just like. And
am I
I
getting
have,
those?
like I said, they're white and they're thin, but they're long as
Yeah,
the
yeah.
balls. Like,
Yeah.
they look like wispy
Okay,
hairs.
here's another-
Like,
here's
furry
and so next thing you know,
creatures.
I'm in the mirror just like pulling ear hairs
let's
out.
completely go there. Now, you guys ever get an ingrown hair that you tweeze out? If you guys
Yeah,
ever
I've
tweeze-
had an ingrown hair before.
How satisfying is it when it's really long?
Yeah, when you can finally get it.
When
and
you're
it's
like, oh my
super
god, it was so
long.
long.
Just like
Just curls around and around and around. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's like a uniquely satisfying human thing. That I
Yeah,
feel like-
blackheads too. I find very
I
satisfying.
don't like popping pimples.
Give me a good, not pimples, but a good blackhead.
How do you define the difference? I don't think I get black. What's the
Blackheads
difference?
are literally they're like darker,
Like around your nose,
like around your
kinda
nose.
like
Sometimes
those
you'll
little
get
ones
it.
that are like they're not zits, but they are
But
like
they're,
an,
and they're
like
and they're
pores,
darker
like
in
dirty
color.
pores.
Yes,
exactly.
And
like,
if you push them,
ooh,
like
yeah.
they come out in like long,
So
satisfying
we hope
snakes.
you're all eating lunch while you're listening to our
Yeah,
back
sorry.
hair and pimple
Heck yeah.
popping conversations.
Heck yeah.
What else could we do a podcast
Should we pivot?
about?
Yeah,
Um,
we had some other subjects up in there.
I don't know, hats.
I love
I
them.
like hats.
Love them.
Well, as a
You
bald
can't get enough
guy,
of 'em.
you must love hats.
Well, no, actually, it's the opposite, Sean.
you hate them.
I Well, yeah. If we're getting,
But you don't like wearing bunny ears without a hat.
that is true. It's just a weird. It just is a weird look. My thing with hats
By
is
the grace of God.
Yeah. I wore hats for years
But
and years
also,
and
buy
years.
the hats on the bunny ears on the website.
I once was dating a girl, and I wear hats all the time like I used to. And on the second date when I took off my hat, she went, "Oh wow, you have a shaved head," and I went, "Oh fuck." People don't know, so I was like, "It's a false advertising."
I see.
That's why I don't wear
You can't
hats.
parade yourself around with a hat.
But I've seen you wear like a
Occasionally.
cap. I've seen you
I
wear
wear
a cap,
baseball caps.
but also you like wear it like
I
off
tr-
center.
I do
I know
tilt
you
my- I do
you
tilt
tilt your
my
hats.
you have to.
But I don't do the full like b-boy tilt. I feel like my own little. It's halfway.
If you get a
Well, it's a-
girlfriend,
it's a-
you
it's
can
a
start wearing a hat
three-quarter.
all the time, though. Because then
if
she's
I
already
wanted to,
like then she's
theoretically.
in and she knows the business.
I mean,
and then you
that's
can
not,
just like go back
I'm
to
also
being
like
that full-time
trying to
hat
own
guy.
the bald thing, and you know what I mean.
Oh, okay.
But like,
But
yeah,
you don't want to falsely advertise.
That was the
either.
initial. It's
Yeah.
that Seinfeld episode where George meets that girl when he's wearing the cowboy hat.
That's right.
And then, like, it was a scare. And I'll be honest, as a bald dude and any other bald listeners, it was a shitty moment when I was like, oh fuck, this girl.
Now I have to break the news to her as opposed to her
Well,
like
and she
just
didn't,
knowing.
She didn't
Yeah.
even care, but it was the half second of like, oh fuck, is this girl gonna care that I don't have hair?
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hashtag bald bunnies on Twitter if you're
Yeah,
following
yo.
along right now.
To be fair,
shout out to our
Mack-
bald
Matt-
bunnies.
the people with hair on the show are usually outnumbered.
Yeah, true. Actually, this is one of
That's
the
right.
few times. So, like, yeah,
'Cause
like
Stu-
we can slam you. We can.
Oh yeah.
gang up on you.
My favorite
Who else
thing
in our
about
organization doesn't have hair?
I don't know, just me and Stu.
It's just you two,
Yeah,
right?
my favorite thing about becoming friends with Stu in the last year is that when we all walk around in public, if it's like me, you and Stu, we just default look like your bodyguards because we're two
Yes,
bald men
two
with
bald
beards.
Yep.
It's great. Like
Well, and Stu's
Stu's a big dude.
Stu's a big
too.
guy, burly
Well, I
guy.
mean, yeah. He's
like-
he's Highland buff.
Yeah, he's yeah.
And I'm bigger than you, I guess.
So
So I
husky.
guess that counts.
Yeah,
Would you
you're-
pick a 5'9" bodyguard?
You are just as
I'm like
you are-
155 pounds and 5'9".
This is the episode
Like,
where
yeah.
we reveal Mac sucks at picking bodyguards.
Yeah, no, exactly.
He's like,
Like-
I'll take that little skinny guy over
Here's what
there.
I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. You photograph well as a bodyguard. Like if you kind of just.
Well, because it's the beard and that bald, and I look like a Russian gangster.
But when you actually see you in person, like no, you're skinny and
No, I'm a
short.
little dude.
like, just
Yeah,
like me.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like-
We're all. I mean, we're all. Stu is the tallest out of all of us, and I'm taller than you two, and I'm not fucking tall at all. So,
Not by much taller.
so
than
this
us.
company,
Yeah, a little fucking like Paul Bunyan over
we're a
here.
bunch of little guys.
Brian's short. Elijah's taller. Elijah's a taller dude.
We're a bunch of little guys here, bunny ears and gals.
Shout out to
Tom's
Elijah,
tall.
who's at my house right now.
Oh
Yeah, shout out to our merch dude Elijah. Oh, make him happy, ladies and gentlemen. Go to Bunny Ears and buy some t-shirts.
Yeah.
Bunyears.com/shop.
Yeah.
Shop.
We have 2 podcast t-shirts up right now: the Baffa Bunny and the Vitruvian Bunny, and
Yeah.
there's some other fun
And
design.
by now we have a bunch of others, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and there's also a bunch
We're
of shirts.
retiring some, so
And you design. You personally
I
hand
personally
design
designed
most
a
of
whole
our
bunch,
shirts.
and-
Yeah.
yeah.
Check it out, y'all. Buy a shirt, and maybe if you wear a shirt, we'll talk to you if we see you in public. That's our new rule.
That was a good commercial.
Thank you.
Yeah, right. That was like I think we
That
nailed
was like
it,
a-
guys.
We nailed the script too.
Really
guys.
good commercial.
Yeah, I was
Like,
afraid
where's-
I wasn't
yeah.
off book.
Yeah,
but-
well,
No.
way to stay on
No,
script.
you hit all
Yeah.
the things.
All the bullets.
I think the advertisers are going to be happy with that one.
Yeah.
Oh, we should shout out to this week's advertisers. Thank you.
Oh wow, there we go. There we
Buy
go.
their stuff at .com.
Nice. See, again, we're good at
Hey,
this.
do you hate? Then you should buy and use promo code BUNNY.
How do you spell that?
BUNNY. Thank you, dude. There was a half second where I was like, "No, come with me." on
I'm
this
with you. I'm
journey."
with you. I'm with you.
Yo, you were right there, man. Hats. So that's it. Do you guys like? I wore a fedora recently to the Ren Fair.
All right. No, I've done a fedora before.
But it was
To
like
the Ren Fair.
an Indiana
the
Jones.
Ren Fair.
An
fedora to the Ren
It
Fair.
was an Indiana Jones style. It looked like an
Was it
Indiana
Time
Jones
Traveler
hat.
Day?
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
And I dressed like Indiana Jones.
Except.
So
Okay, yeah.
I'll accept.
Actually, that's not even a fedora. That's,
I guess it's not a fedora. What kind of hat is that?
It's an Indiana Jones.
Okay,
hat.
so
That is a fedora, actually.
I wore an Indiana Jones hat. I've had it since I'm like 12 years old. It says Discovery Channel on the inside, so I think that's where I got it. By the way, the attention I got from females that day was 40-fold, and it made me go.
Females.
People were in my
40-fold.
people in my friend group were like, "You should wear fedoras in your real life," and I can't. I just feel like I can't do it.
Do that. Who's in your friend group that said this?
You don't need to know.
The terrible people who are giving you this awful
you
advice.
don't need to know.
I'm so happy I moved back here.
They're
man.
like, "This fedora is working
You've
for you."
got
man."
some.
Who
made some weird
are
friends
these
in the last
terrible
couple of
people that you hang out with?
Former guests of this podcast.
Who are these?
Matt Bennett.
Who are these women that
I
have
feel
terrible taste?
I feel like I think it's the if you see a guy rocking a fedora, there's not a douchebag. You're like, there's some confidence there.
Yeah, but that qualifier on top. Is
It's
you go,
tough,
oh,
right?
that douchebag, and then if you get to know him, you go, oh, I guess he's not a douchebag.
It's tough. I would love to like rock different kinds of hats. I hate that fashion
Me
has
too.
restrained us to the ball
Same.
cap and newsy cap, which is even gone now.
Which is also gone.
I own fucking 20 newsy caps.
love 'em.
Throw them out.
Yep, Kangles.
Who needs them?
Who needs?
Yeah.
Newsy caps. Who needs them?
You know, you can't pull off a newsy cap. I would love to be able to wear like a bowler hat or a derby.
Yeah.
I can pull off a bowler.
Have you?
Yes.
You can, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I've done it like with my.
Why'd you say it like
Well,
that?
because I can.
Sean said it like, God damn it, Matt can pull off anything.
No, I can pull off a bowler.
Like, God damn it, he can.
Yeah, I should do like it was like at my poker
You do a
nights.
little tilt?
I would no, not
wish.
even like, just like a proper bowler, and like in like the cuff
Card?
of it, it'd be a 7 and a deuce
If
offsuit.
only.
So yeah.
If I did that, I'd look like the Mad Hatter.
You guys, we should all buy a crazy hat and go out and have a crazy hat day.
Shout out to Hats in the Belfry in Philadelphia.
Is that a real place?
It is,
Oh.
yeah.
Do they have crazy hat? Is it a haberdashery?
It is, and it is one of the best ones. They're in Philadelphia.
I always like
If
that
you know
word.
Hats in the Belfry.
I like. Okay, here's the topic.
You've not seen I have a gigantic box in New
You
York
have-
of
you
just
have
like full of just
costumery.
nothing but crazy
Yeah,
hats.
Next time I
Okay.
come over, I'm putting on all those hats.
heck
We're taking
yeah,
some
you
fun
kidding
At
me?
one
pictures.
point this year, there was a dance party happening with DJ Macaulay Culkin. Stu was wearing a Rick and Morty onesie, and I was wearing a tricone cap. Tricorner.
Tricone cap.
There were three cones on my
Triclone.
cap. I was three cloned. It was that sheep Dolly.
I was so cloned at the moment.
Oh, you guys remember Dolly the sheep? The promise of the future.
Oh, so next subject, cloning.
Would you want to be cloned? I love. Me and Sean were just talking about Westworld. Would you want to be cloned?
Yes.
You're instant yes.
100%. Yes. Clone me right now.
I don't get it.
Put them on ice.
It's not my consciousness.
If something happens, no, because it is your consciousness.
You can go in Westworld cloning.
Oh.
No, it's not your consciousness. No,
We're
you're
going
actually,
traditional
you're physically
But
like
let me ask
just
you a
being
question.
cloned.
If they clone
Multiplicity
me, if they
style.
clone me, so if they clone me at this age, it has all my memories and everything up to this point.
Yeah, but it's
or
not
is it
you.
an idiot?
No, like that's not how cloning works.
That's not how cloning works.
So like they take your DNA.
They can't clone you
and
at
then
this
boom,
age.
They're gonna make a
and
baby me.
There's a baby you.
Yes.
No.
So
Don't want it. No
It's
thanks.
it's
Pass.
that's what I mean. Like being
Pass.
raised in a different
It's
world, but it
purely-
is
yes.
you. It has like
not
all
me.
the.
It is
it's
purely
physically
a
you now.
legacy
Pass.
thing. It
Pass.
is purely a legacy.
I'm gonna have a kid.
thing.
Why wouldn't I just have a child?
Well, that's kind of exactly. That's kind of the point.
Just have a child.
Would you be cloned, Mac?
Nah, I'm cool.
Okay, but in
Would
a
you
world
be
where you could be in a
cryo-freezed?
world where you could be cloned,
Okay.
like would they just
Like
make a
Westworld
copy
style.
of me? 100%, I'm on board.
Okay, if you have sex with your clone,
Yes.
is that masturbation?
Yes.
Is it gay?
Well,
No.
I'm just saying. It's no. 'cause,
Yes. I
like,
mean,
did you go
yes.
like? That's what I mean. Like, is it
Could be.
is it technically masturbation? Because you just had like you. That's what masturbation is. Like
Yes.
you're fucking yourself.
But it depends on if
you
it's
can
your
suck
clone
your own,
that's a baby.
if you can suck your own dick, are you masturbating?
Yes.
Yes, I think that's a form of masturbation.
Yes.
Are you not?
So look, that's
You give yourself a hand job, so you give yourself a blowjob. It's the same thing.
So that's what I mean. So let's
So
say
if you
your
fuck your
clone,
clone, okay.
that's exactly like you in every way appears and gives you a handy. Is that technically masturbation?
Does the same thing? Is the same
Yes.
true for an? Yes, and is the same true for an identical twin?
No.
Well, no.
Different person.
Are they?
Yes.
Technically,
That's what I'm
they're
talking
not.
about. That's why. you know.
Technically, they're not different people.
No,
They're
no,
the
no,
same
no, no, no,
exact
no, no.
person.
Technically, they are. Biologically, they aren't.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And that's the one that matters.
Well, but no, but
For legally speaking.
if you're talking about, but he's talking about a direct clone, right?
Like
a
right now, boom, appears
a
right next to
full
you.
s-
Bingo.
Like exact Matt
Get it.
Cohen.
Who initiates?
I don't know. Yeah, you.
You.
Either way, it's you.
Oh man, I don't think I
Is,
would be able
is it
to.
the you or that
I don't
you?
want to have sex with myself.
I'm just saying, hypothetically, if you did,
Yeah.
is that masturbation?
Yeah.
Would you have your consciousness just uploaded to like a cloud?
For what purpose? Just
So,
to
like-
exist?
So you live forever.
Yes, so that you could continue to exist in some form, even though your body will eventually die.
Yes, that one. Yes, not body forever, because body fall
No,
apart.
but consciousness.
Yeah, sure.
Like it just goes up into a cloud somewhere.
Can I like watch TV?
No.
Oh, I'm just
I
like
mean, maybe.
thinking. I'm just
You're
like,
in a cloud.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm just
maybe
like thinking.
maybe you can access
Well,
all
let's
TV.
build our own hypothetical universe now. Are we just thinking forever abstractly, or is it like you can like zoom in on the Earth and shit?
How would you be? Well, yeah, you could zoom in on the Earth.
Oh, so you're doing like a
theoretically.
heaven kind of
Oh,
thing.
you don't mean that kind of cloud. You mean like a digital cloud.
I mean
was
like a
expecting-
digital cloud.
Yes, like a
I don't
digital
know.
like iCloud.
I'm
kind
saying-
of
I'm
thing.
saying-
I was picturing Galactus light in heaven.
I'm saying your,
Galactus.
I'm saying your exact personality.
Okay.
And all of your memories
Okay.
exist in a physical, in a digital space somewhere on a physical drive.
Okay. And I'm conscious.
Yes.
What can you do with that consciousness? Can you access your memories and think and stuff?
Yes.
Can you
And you can communicate with
with
people
other consciousness in the same
communicate
cloud?
with
via like a
The cloud.
or like a Google Home, right? But I could be like, I want to talk to Matt now, and then I could get a digital Matt. We'd be like, hey, what's up, dude? And I'd be like,
Yeah,
hey,
absolutely.
what's it like there? and you'd be
Totally,
like, I don't know,
totally.
I'm nothingness.
Totally.
But what
totally.
happened? What happens when people in the physical world don't want to talk to you? Like, let's say you had no friends. Are you just
Then
in a
you
cloud, just
then
like
you
dum
just-
dum dum?
Yeah.
We're describing a Black Mirror
That would be
episode.
that's lame.
Then
You
you're
know?
just
I'm
there.
cool.
That
I'm
would be
out.
lame.
I was already out before, but now I'm really
No,
I'm mega
it's like
out.
the Black Mirror when the dead lady gets put in her husband's head,
You're right. Sort of, yeah.
right?
Kind of, not really.
I guess not really at all.
It's like
All right, whatever.
It's like a thing that I just said that it was.
All right, I guess it's more like that one thing
It's
you
like
said
that
that
one
time.
specific thing I just made
Hey,
up.
remember that thing you said that one time?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
that.
it's like exactly that. Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about a new topic.
okay.
Okay, hats. Oh, you already did that.
No, memory.
Body hair.
What?
Memory?
Memories.
What about it?
Do you have memory issues ever?
What?
No.
What'd you just say?
Do you have no? That's a hearing problem. Do you have a problem with? Do you have a problem with remembering things? You forget things easily.
Well, I mean, I used to be a lot better about. Wait, what was that? Oh, yes, rememory. Yes.
This bit.
Yes, you got it.
I just took a bong hit.
Oh, this great bit.
Yeah,
It's
I
great.
tuned out.
So what was the question?
Sean, do you have memory issues? Because you asked.
I do.
Yeah, we.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say because
You guys, no one else.
Short term.
No one else has.
Short
this?
term
Listen, I-
specifically.
Short term, not long
That's
term.
because you're a pothead.
You think that's all it is?
Probably,
It's
buddy.
just weed.
No, I think it's age.
I don't have short term memory. Like, I'll be honest though, I have like a near photographic memory. I'm pretty good with that sort of stuff.
I used to be that way. Like I would
But
just.
you've lost it a little.
Yeah,
Well,
I
as
mean,
you
I'm
get
aging.
older, yeah.
It's getting foggier and foggier. Like
Interesting.
before, I would like be able to like kind of just go over my lines or whatever,
Yeah.
and then like I'd be able to do the scene. And if I lost my place, I would just look at the page in my head and see where I
where you
left
were.
off, and then go from there.
Yeah.
So it was pretty photographic
Yeah.
back then, and now it's just murkier and murkier, and I have to try harder and harder
I
for it.
couldn't remember stuff back then really great. I think it's ADD.
Yeah,
I think
I-
it's I think it's ADD related. I think it's like I have a lot of
I have
trouble
to physically,
focusing.
almost in my head, physically, but mentally, like file things into remember this.
I've
and before I
in
used
your,
to remember
in your memory
everything.
castle.
I have to use
Yeah.
external tricks for everything to remind myself to do things. Like the invention of like calendars and reminders on my phone was like the greatest thing because like I have reminders for everything that go off
I
constantly.
was never good at birthdays.
forever. Yeah,
I was never good with birthdays and never good at names.
Names I've always been bad at. Faces I'm great. I
You know what I'm
recognize
saying,
people
Scott?
I haven't
You know
seen.
what I'm saying?
What were we talking about?
Yeah, see, there we go.
Hey,
We did it.
We did it. How far are we into
Good night,
this?
everyone.
Yeah, good night, everyone.
We got one more subject and we'll take it home. Mac, why
Okay.
don't you grace us with another?
What
What's another
else could we have
possible
talked
theme
about
we
today?
could have talked about today, other than body grooming and fighting and hats?
anatomy.
Okay.
I mean, when we talked a fair share about different body parts,
Well, we talked about body hair.
that's true.
Don't
Yeah.
cock block his subject.
All right,
I don't know.
anatomy.
I don't care.
What
Look-
do you want to talk about?
Rainbows.
No, what about
the
anatomy?
anatomy of rainbows.
I have no idea. I'm looking around the room and I just saw a skull. So,
So you thought about anatomy.
Oh, let's talk about. I don't see this is almost its own episode. Let's talk about toys.
That is definitely its
Oh,
own episode,
man.
but we can talk about it a little bit. You got a decent collection.
Yeah. I mean, like,
You do the Marvel Legends, right?
yeah, 3 3/4 inch like toys, like GI Joe
Yeah,
kind
same.
of like size. Like, yeah, I'm.
But don't you also have all the 8-inch Marvel? Don't you have that box in your house of every Marvel?
No,
fucking...
they're the 3 3/4.
They're the
three-
smaller
Are
ones.
they
Yeah,
3 3/4?
the Marvel Legends,
they-
or
the
Marvel
Legends.
Universe.
Excuse
Look
me.
at me.
Yeah, you're right. Was that always your main deal, 3 3/4?
For the most part, yes. They were easy to travel with and so forth, and I was always traveling. So there's that. And also, when I was a kid, I said, like, oh, when I grow up, I'm going to buy all the things that I wasn't able to get when I get older. Like, and so all of a sudden I saw that there was this whole line of toys that existed.
Bought them all.
I bought them all. No, I bought them like all. Like
He's
even
got
like,
he's got 3 Crusher Creels on the shelf.
yeah, no. I even got
Not
like
even variants,
all like
just
the even like the like. But I have all like I can't tell you how many different like Thor variants I have.
Spent
and stuff like
hours
that.
contacting
Like,
parents
the San
and
Diego,
buying them from
the San
parents
Diego
before they could
Comic
give
Con
them
one from
to
like
other
2010. Like like I have all of those. Like that kind of stuff. Those are the ones I really kind of collect now.
Do you still collect them? What do you mean? You also collect the cars from that drugstore?
Well, yes, I know. Yeah,
Have
those
you been
little
doing
Zoomy
that
cars.
still?
Yeah, of course.
When's the last
Like
time you got one?
Matchbox cars.
Yeah, the last time I was
bigger.
there. Yeah, they're like kind of bigger. You know, the ones where you kind of pull it back
What
and
was
then they zoom forward, kind of thing. So my pharmacy
That
on
green size. That was a gift,
that
Sean.
green one up there.
That green car right there is the exact car we're talking about.
Yeah, so it's. I always noticed they had them, and
I
so
see it.
so I decided.
And acknowledge it. I'm there.
Well, I would walk by
Hi.
it all the time. They have this big old like, display of them, and so then I decided, like, well, I'm going to grab one, and then it became this thing where every time I go in there, I grab one. It's been a couple years. I have a box like just up to my knee.
What do you do with them?
I put them in a box.
to my knees.
yeah. And,
Sometimes it
I give
takes
them
them
away.
out.
Sometimes I take them out. Sometimes we do races. Sometimes I repaint them. Sometimes
should
I give them
make-
away as gifts.
We should do.
Should we give a contest?
No, I mean, sure, we could do a contest and give some away, but also we should do like
we
what's
would
that
do
show with the British guys where they do like they get in different
Top Gear.
but with those little cars.
We'll do a Top Gear
It's just-
episode. I'm in.
Yeah,
We'll do review.
Just do reviews of those tiny cars.
I'm in,
And, like,
I'm in.
Their different features and like
We'll call it low gear,
exactly.
bottom gear.
Oh, did you guys have like a particular toy that you loved when you were a kid? Like
Yeah,
the
I
one that you
still-
took everywhere
Yeah, I
or
still
something
got.
like
I
that.
still. They're in my bedroom right now. So I had. Well, honestly,
What?
They're in my bed.
no, I've had 3 stuffed animals. And I had a 4th.
Oh, you had stuffed
yeah, I have stuffies.
Oh,
Yeah.
You guys have stuffed animals too. Who are yours? Mine is I got Chimpy, who's a gorilla. I got it at the circus. I got Nutsy, who's a spider monkey that I thought was called the squirrel monkey. And then
Classic.
I've got a glowworm from the day I was born.
Wow.
And I've got this little blue monkey from the day I was born. And the only one that I'm missing over the years is I had
They're glow friends, hi ho friends.
Yeah,
We're mighty
exactly.
glad you're here.
Wow. Nice. Oh, and I have a Rainbow Bright, but
Wow.
the little blue guy.
Okay.
I don't know what his
Splorf.
real name is. Yeah.
Splorf.
What about you? Stuffed animals.
Stuffed animals. I don't have anything
No?
still. They're at my mom's house.
You don't care
but,
about-
did, but
preserved
did you have
them.
one when you were a kid?
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
I had
what were your stuffies?
I had Super Dog. He was just a
Super
dog.
Dog, love
yeah,
it.
he was just a dog, but he only had one ear.
But was it like a pound puppy?
And
Pound
Warren,
puppy,
we'll
or
post
was it
pictures.
kind of-
We'll post pictures of our stuffed
it was
animals.
it was just like a brown sort of floppy, generic looking stuffed
Yeah.
dog, but one ear was missing and had been stitched shut with red thread. So it looked like he had
That's
like battle
adorable.
damage. So he
And was that done on
super dog.
purpose, or-
No, I hid the ear ripped off, and my mom sewed it with red thread.
That's gorgeous.
And I just started calling him.
That's actually really cool.
And then
Super
I
dog.
had this. This was my favorite one. This one still hurts to this day. I had a. They used to make these like they were Muppets, and they had really really long arms and really really long legs, and like you could put your hand like up into the mouth, and like you could like move the mouth.
That seems really familiar.
Really long arms and legs, and I had a blue one, and his name was Mr. Blue Clue, and like and.
Copyright.
And I was this
away.
was prior to all of that. Like I just called
Yeah.
him Blue, and my mom for some reason threw him away one day. Like
Oh my God.
when I was still a kid, she
the
was
reason
just like
she hated you.
she was no. She said that it smelled weird. And I was like, no, it didn't. Everything was fine. Why
my
would you do
God.
this? And
That's-
she's like, I just thought it was like old and like you didn't care. And I'm like, I cared the most.
You ask your mom now, and you're like, "Why'd you throw up
I
Blue's
do.
Clue?" And she goes, "He was talking. to
She
me.
was
He was telling me to do awful things." That
I found you, and its long limbs were wrapped around your neck, and you were.
He was choking you. And he
He's
said, "That
choking
boy's
you out."
gone now."
Yeah, I Puffy and Poochie Pooch. They're both like
Dogs?
little dogs. Yeah, totally generic.
little,
like,
little ones.
one's like kind of like in the palm of your hand.
Okay.
The other one's a little bit taller.
Puffy and Poofy Poof.
Poochie Pooch.
Poochie Pooch.
Yeah, still got them.
Okay.
Like to this day. I mean, they're falling apart. And now every night I sleep with Benedict Edgewater III, Esquire.
You sleep with. How many dolls do you guys have now? Do you,
Oh, we have a bunch of
you and your
stuffies,
special
stuff
lady
like that.
friend have
Yeah.
800 stuffies.
Well,
at
she
this
has
point.
she has Douglas Flat Earth Tanaka Jr.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. That was mine.
That's a stuffed animal.
That's the turtle. Which one is
No,
Douglas Flat Earth?
he's a bunny rabbit dressed like Wonder Woman.
That's okay. That's right.
Nice.
That's Douglas Flat Earth Tanaka Jr.
Yeah. And I have Benedict Edgewater III, Esquire.
Who's that?
He's my bear.
As your bear.
And he's wearing a big red sweater and it says Edgewater on it.
Why does it say that?
Because
I
got
got
it
in
from
Edgewater, New Jersey.
Because I was at I went to a hotel when I was on tour. I went to a hotel in Seattle and it was called the Edgewater. And when you check in, they put a teddy bear there and
Nice.
there's a little sign like, "Hey, if you want it, like just take it with you and we'll charge you whatever, like
We'll charge you
$25,
$1,000.
like $25,
Yeah.
$30 or whatever." And I was on tour. We were not necessarily having the best time in the world, and so I just never
a
let
teddy
go of
bear.
that freaking teddy bear like for the rest of the tour. And now he's getting a little raggy looking around the edges, but he has Edgewater written right across his chest. So he's
when I was the kid, when I was like probably 14, 15 years old, I got offered to be the voice of a teddy bear that like some like small toy manufacturer was making.
come into my van. You
not
can
do
be
it?
a voice of a teddy bear.
No, I did it, and then like they never made the bear. Like
What
they
did
had
you
one
say?
prototype.
Do you remember what your lines were?
I do.
Hit us.
It was. I love you, and it was chocolate.
But that tone, I love.
Yeah, I love you, chocolate.
What a shame the world never got to meet that bear.
Yeah, I know.
Do you remember what his name was?
No, it
What
was just
supposed to be.
No, and for years my
Prototype
friend,
bear.
for years my
Prototype Bear 1.
30XO. No, and for years my friend Zach would just refer to me as the bear. Oh yeah, the bear kid. He's like my friend's older brother, and he'd be like, "Oh, that bear kid's coming
Oh,
over,
there's the bear
right?
kid.
He's
That
gonna,
famous bear
He's
boy.
gonna be a bear.
Oh, the freaking bear kid over there.
That fucking bear kid's coming. Yeah, I love him.
Probably see you like now and be like, "Oh, look at that! Look at the bear kid grew up."
You guys remember that Slimer puppet?
Yes, yes.
Oh God, do I miss that?
What Slimer puppet?
They made
from
a-
the movie?
No, they made a plush Slimer puppet
Wow.
in
Yeah,
the early 90s.
I wish I had had that.
That was amazing. You remember it?
I remember
Yeah.
I didn't have it.
One
Like,
of my
I was
favorites.
jealous
You
of my
had one?
friends who
Oh
had it.
yeah, I had one. One of my favorites.
Did you have a gizmo as a kid?
No, but I had a bunch of pound puppies.
Oh, I had
Did
a
you guys
bunch
have
of
any pound
Yeah, I had
puppies?
pound puppies.
Yeah, my sister had a pound puppy.
I had a
yeah.
lot of strawberry shortcakes. A
you guys
bunch
have
of those.
My
They
Pet
smelled
Monster?
delicious.
I
had
did
a My
have
Pet
a My
Monster,
Pet Monster.
Okay.
but I didn't have a My Buddy.
I
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
have my buddy either.
What about a kid sister?
Kid sister.
I never had a
kid
sister.
sister.
I didn't-
Kid sister. and
Are you guys,
me.
were you guys old enough to have Teddy Ruxpins? Because I didn't.
Yes, we
Yeah,
did. Actually
you did?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
both you guys
the
did?
the best part was that you could put any audio tape in there.
Oh, so it could play like Van Halen?
Yes.
and
his
he
mouth
would
would
mouth
move.
would
Is
move.
that true?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
You'd be like, oh man, we should get a Teddy Ruxpin for the show.
Let's do it.
Let's
and
get
just play
one.
the podcast?
We can order it.
Guys, okay, I have an
Record the
idea.
tape for a
Guys, I have a
podcast.
crazy
crazy
Let's
idea.
get a Teddy Ruxpin.
Let's get a bottle of whiskey.
This is gonna be crazy.
Let's
You're
go
not
on
gonna wanna do
eBay.
it.
You're not gonna, guys. This might be too much, but I think we should get a Teddy
Hear me out.
Ruxpin.
It might be crazy. We
Quick,
should-
pack that bung real quick. All right.
Don't tell Stu. Don't tell Stu. Don't tell Stu.
No, hey, no one tells Stu.
Hey, we talked about it on the podcast. It's a business expense.
Hey, it's 2018. Let's just get a fucking Teddy Ruxpin.
Let's do it, guys.
They even have a new one that's like Bluetooth. It does all sorts of crazy
We
shit.
don't
now.
want that one. We
No,
want
no,
the
You
one-
want OG broken Teddy Ruxpin?
I want to be able to play a Tony Braxton tape in it.
You have
all I
toys of
want.
yourself. That's a cool thing.
I
Yeah.
had toys of him.
But that's what I mean. We don't.
Did
You don't have
you?
a toy of you.
I had stuffed animals.
I have,
and
toy, I have a
toys
toy
and
of me.
stuff.
Thank
Yeah,
you very
yeah.
much.
Whatever.
I was pretty
What do you
awesome.
mean, whatever? Look how many accessories I have. You can't buy it in a store, but it's a very special thing that a friend made. I'm having so much fun talking about toys. I want to keep talking, but we're getting close to the end here. I
Yeah,
feel.
okay,
Wait.
let's
So,
fucking-
what about you? What is
Oh,
it
wait a
like
minute,
to
the
have
Mac
a toy
toys.
about
Yes.
yourself?
Yes,
Of
excuse me,
yourself.
thank
yeah.
you.
I mean, it was,
Was
neat.
it, were you excited as a kid? Like,
It was neato. I mean, it was kind of par for the course a little bit, kind of thing. So it's like at that point you already see yourself on a screen. You like, and then you have like a.
and you're like, oh, now there's like a toy.
and
version.
Here's the problem,
I mean,
right?
it was a little surreal. Like I remember seeing my. Actually, you know what was more surreal was seeing my face on a frisbee.
Really?
For some reason,
There, your face got you.
that for some reason I was like, that's weird.
You were like, I know what frisbees are. Well, because here's the thing with a lot of your
I
stuff.
know what frisbees are.
Mac, you're too like. By the time you were young enough to be playing with toys, you were on toys basically.
Actually, but my toys actually weren't cool. Like I mean, it wasn't like I had like a
weren't.
kung fu grip or anything like that.
there was
Like,
the one I loved.
I never had
the-
a Home Alone
Oh,
toy.
No, I had like drawstring toys.
that one I loved.
Yeah, yeah.
That one I loved because he would go. It wasn't even the normal scream for the movie. I remember vividly. It would go. It was 3 different tones to scream on that toy.
Well, you know what? Anyone who owns that, anyone who has that toy nowadays, it goes too fast now. So it's like,
Do you still have one?
Yeah, of course.
And then there were Pagemaster toys.
I had those from McDonald's.
I have them all.
I had the books.
Yeah.
You have them all. Yeah, I think they're on your shelf
Oh,
somewhere
that's
in the other
horror.
room.
Always hangs around.
Yeah,
somewhere.
the horror's around. Yeah.
Did they ever make Richie Rich toys? No,
I don't think so.
Probably right.
No, I don't think so.
you
I
remember
think I'd run my course at that point.
Do you remember the first time you were in a video game? Was that cool?
Yeah, it was I think it was the first Home Alone. Like, yeah, and there was that game.
Did you like play it
Did you get to play
immediately,
it?
or were you like,
yeah, I did.
whatever, I'll get to it
I
eventually?
beat it like in one day. It's only 4 levels.
Were
Yeah.
you like, I'm myself?
Yeah, no, honestly, I thought it was a little neat. Like that one, I thought
I'm
was
playing
neat.
as me.
Yeah. No, I was that was one of those times
I'm
where
the only person that gets to do this.
Yeah.
it's not like I got on the phone and called all my friends about it, but I was like, all right, cool, I'm in a video game.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This is pretty neat.
That's pretty
Other
cool.
than Frisbee, what is like the most surreal kind of that sort of like branding moment of your life? Where like, I don't know, Frisbee probably.
Yeah, Frisbee. Honestly,
Frisbee.
Yeah,
that's what I
hey,
mean. That's
Frisbee,
the
he
one.
told this
That's the one that
great Frisbee
yeah,
story.
Yeah, that's the one that kicks me in the balls. Like for some reason,
That's
like
interesting.
the
Where did you
video
see
game,
it?
like the
Was someone
action
playing
figures.
with it, or you saw it in a store or something?
No, it was like promotional kind of stuff for the second Home Alone kind of thing. Like, and
And they sent you all that crap, and then
and so got like lots of got like actually a shit ton of Frisbees for some reason.
You
They-
also
they-
have any?
I doubt it. I doubt like I kept the
We can
Frisbees.
make some. We can make some.
Yeah, yeah.
Warren, if you want
But
Macaulay
yeah,
Culkin Frisbees,
yeah,
we
let
can
us
make that
know. We
happen.
can make
But yeah,
Macaulay Culkin
we got all,
Frisbees
we got all the
happen in a
T-shirts,
heartbeat.
we got all the Frisbees and stuff. And it was like it was weird.
That's pretty cool.
For some reason, that one kicked me in the nuts. Like, it was
That's
like
it.
the toys and the video games. That was
Listen,
like
the
fine.
first time I published a comic that had my name inside, I was like, what? My
Yeah.
name's in a comic book? This is the coolest thing. I mean, it was like the coolest thing I could have imagined happening to me.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't like
Still
it
is.
It wasn't like my figures were cool action figures, and it wasn't like my video
That's
games were
true.
awesome games. Like so it's kind of just like
Right.
all right, like it'd be really cool if it was like, oh wait, this is the best
If
game
you were
ever.
Tomb Raider,
Yeah, no, exactly. You know what I mean? Like if I was the lead of Mass Effect, 2,
Warren, do some fan art where Mac
Yo.
is the lead of Mass Effect 2.
I mean,
Yeah,
or
and if I was like
Tomb Raider.
some kind of Jedi of some sort, like that would be that would be awesome if I had that action figure. But
If
no,
you're-
man, like they were like lame. Like,
if you're a video game designer, just start making Macaulay Culkin the lead in your video games.
Yeah.
Just start putting him in there.
hey, I'm in.
Would you be against? Would you like sue
you do
someone
voice
if they
act?
started to throw your likeness in a video game
Absolutely
just to
not.
make you like
any-
the lead of a video game?
If anything, reach out and I'll help you.
Would you like voice act in a video game?
Absolutely.
Like you would do like a Mass Effect thing, like our buddy did,
Absolutely.
or whatever.
But
Yeah,
as
yeah.
Macaulay Culkin, or do you want to just be like the lead of the game?
Whatever.
Do you want to be Dirk Dickstone? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're
Naval sergeant from the moon.
Macaulay Diggler.
Dirk Digstone. His name has to be Dirk Digstone in any video game that you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, if you
Any
are.
indie developers out there?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
make video games and you want to start throwing Macaulay Culkin or a Macaulay Culkin
where should
likeness
they?
in your video
Where
game,
should they reach out to us?
They should reach out to us at tellusstuff@bunnyears.com and
Nice.
let us know that that's happening. And
Yeah,
we'll,
if you
we'll-
want to book Max, do stuff over there. Don't send it to the podcast stuff. We don't want to be cluttered with it, Warren.
No, you want
That's the proper
just
channel. We want
comments
and dick pic
about
and people sucking
and
dick.
people sucking dick.
Yeah, yeah.
Pictures of
Have
people
you
sucking
gotten
dick.
any dick pics or pictures of people sucking
Lots.
dicks?
Actually, it's funny. We're actually kind of overwhelmed. We're swimming in
Yeah,
dick pics.
honestly, we
swamped
we
with
got
them.
marked as a spam account from Google
Because
it was
of the
just-
number of dick pics
all
coming
the
in.
dicks.
I
Just
don't
like,
think you can get
whoo-wee.
marked as spam account if you're
Hey,
getting email into you.
We did.
Only
So
if
we're
you're
getting,
sending dick
that many that we got marked.
Yeah,
man.
it's weird.
for getting
We're,
emails.
us here
Yeah.
at Bunny Ears, we're swimming in dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where Stu is right now.
Swimming
laps in some dicks.
Swimming in
He's training for the Highland Games by doing laps in a pool of dicks.
Where else can people get a hold of us, man?
They can find us on internet.
On the webs,
They can
on the interwebs.
we're on Twitter at Bunny Ears Pod. We are on Instagram at Bunny Ears Podcast. You can email the show, bunnyearspod@gmail.com. If you want to call us,
Ooh, totally call us.
we got a phone number, and that number is, gentlemen,
Oh, here it comes.
845 EZE hoax. That number again, 845-393-4629. Leave us a voicemail. We play them at the end of the show. I'm on the things at Camel Toad. Mackie, where are you, Aki?
Oh, I'm at Incredible Culk on the Twitters, and I'm at Culkamania on the Instagrams.
Nice. And your phone number?
It is Easy Hoax.
Hey, McCulkey, McCall me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Sean, where are you?
I run a website called bunnyears.com.
We don't need that information.
Heard
What's
it.
your
And-
personal
nice.
Twitter account?
It sounds interesting.
You can follow along with
What
all
is
of
that?
our.
What is that?
You can follow along with all of the lifestyle adventures of Macaulay Culkin and his friends. It's a lifestyle satire website. You can find us at Bunny Ears Web on Instagram and on Twitter, and you can also find us at bunnyears.com, DOTCOM, on Facebook, where we live stream and we do fun games and stuff. Me personally, I guess you can find me at Sean Wrights, but just follow all those other things. Bunny Ears Web forever.
Sweet.
And we should say, folks, it's kind of an announcement. We talked about this. We mentioned this on a previous episode. Me and Mac did about there are some other shows coming to this network, this fledgling network, eventually. And sooner or later, you're gonna get a little show, and Sean's gonna be involved, right?
Yeah, you're gonna hear more of me sooner or later, probably later.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry,
But we're gonna start
We're gonna do a
putting
show.
together a show. That's.
there's stuff coming.
Are we saying
There's
what it
stuff
is?
coming. No, there's stuff
It's just
coming.
a show?
There's
There's
stuff coming.
No, let's just tickle their.
You're one
let's-
of the
let's-
people.
I'm gonna be on a show.
Yeah, let's tickle their balls. Yeah.
And their clitorises.
Send pictures of you tickling people's
And if you have
balls.
neither, we'll tickle whatever you got.
Just tickle what you
Sean
got.
writes on Twitter.
Tickle what you
send me
got,
all your-
baby. Tickle what you got, baby. Tickle what you got.
All you
Shorty.
eunuchs out there, tickle what
Yeah.
you got.
What up, Grey Worm? Game of Thrones reference.
What's that?
Mac, what do we do at the end of every show? Other than teach Sean what Game of Thrones is, we can go watch it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sean,
Sean,
it's a magical world in which there's a family called the Lannisters in the start.
and there's wizards.
know,
wizards
are there?
are swords and
Are there
shields.
wizards?
And Matt fights them.
There's no wizards.
There are witches.
cares?
There are
End
witches.
this.
There are like witches with magical powers.
Cool. And then dragons.
not ugly.
I know. And there's dragons.
They're not like ugly hag witches. They're
get
like
it.
sexy Danish
It
witches.
sounds great, and I'm really happy that everyone's enjoying it.
Yeah, there's some titties, but also, all right, kids. Try not to suck too much dick in the meantime. But if you do, send some pics.
Tell Sean what Game of Thrones is
Yeah.
and how football works.
Tell me about football and Game of Thrones.
Take me to the bunny
Bye.
ranch. Find me.
Mac. Nurse Jonathan Warren here. No, it's been a little bit since I called. You know, usually I'm just calling saying, Stu! Because, but he hasn't been here. Busy doing Scottish games. But I cannot believe you did not ask me any questions for your health-related podcast. Nurse Jonathan Warren, for Christ's sake. That's some dick, guys. Later.
Hey, Matt and Mac. This is Warren again. So I have a bone to pick with BunnyEars.com. Last Friday the 13th, I followed that brilliant life hack to a T. And though that sex magic made my ex walk in front of a bus like the scene in Mean Girls, it made me lose my job, man. I think it was that karma bullshit you hear about. Or because I was high all the time. But I do want to shout out that Katie Golden article for hooking me up with a new job. I now suck the dicks of the fairy court. I'll definitely send pics. Bye.
Hey, Matt. This is Micah from Bumfuck Nowhere, Indiana. Just want to tell you I love the podcast. Just finished all the episodes today. I'm a young Warren. Can't wait to see more shit. Suck some dicks and have fun. Fuck off.
A Bunny Ears LLC production.
You are freaking lumberjack!